So shout out to my bro ARod. He did a video a while back on his toolbox, and I thought it'd be kind of cool for me to do the same thing, because everybody likes to know what kind of tools and junk they have. So we'll start off with my top box. I actually got that when I was, probably 13 years old. And there's not really much in it at all since I got this bigger box, the old Harbor Freight Special. There's nothing in the top drawer here. This one has really nothing in it either. This is a zip tie gun that cuts zip ties flush. But this one's got some Allens. Nothing major in there. Junk, basically. There's some Torx, drivers. This section, excuse me, has all my electrical stuff for cutting cable, strippers. Here's an auto stripper, another chopper. This drawer's got my snips, tin snips, like a hose cutter, got some snap ring, internal, external, pliers there. Here's some kind of, why can't I think, rivet gun. This big bottom one houses all my drill bits, standard stuff for steel and wood, and there's, most of this is concrete stuff. Got a couple of reamers. There's some micrometers in here. Always a good idea, like when you're checking sizes, to have a small micrometer. That way you know which drill bit you might need. Just a junk multimeter. This one's really a cheapie. I normally keep better fluke in there, but this is kind of big, so I mean, whatever. I guess I can throw that other one in there eventually. So moving on to the big one. This drawer's just got screwdrivers. So Phillips and slotted. There's some random bits there. This is all metric. I work out of this rolly cart more than this, but this is most of my metric stuff. Box wrenches, just some miscellaneous stuff. This is a nice low profile ratcheting wrench to get out spark plugs from dirt bikes, and then I have a small metric wrench here. This is for spokes on dirt bikes, stuff like that. This is SAE. Again, some random stuff. I got a few snap-on odds and ends here and there, spark plug sockets, some more random deeps. Here's all my pliers and stuff. So I got some nip-backs, I like them, channel locks, some little baby vice grips. I got bigger stuff here. These Cobra pliers are great. I actually have a set of these, but some of them are in my work area downstairs. So pliers, big oil filter, channel locks. Those are the ones I use to get the 7.3 Power Stroke oil filter off. This is all my punches, files, picks, just weird stuff. I use these, like, you know, hook guys to get at O-rings or to get hoses and stuff off. You know, here's a puller to get expansion chamber springs off. And then I got like a little pick set here. So these are nice little channel lock ones. Then just like oddball chisels and stuff. You never know when you might, you know, need those. So just some weird stuff there. This is kind of like a junk drawer, like ARod was saying. Everybody's got a junk drawer. So there's zip ties, shrink tube. I got some crocus cloth here. You know, if you got to shine something up. Random weird grease. This might have been for when I had an S2000. I had to get a special convertible top sealer grease. Razor blades, electrical tape, some testers, 12-volt testers. I use a power probe now. I don't really even use these that much anymore. This one, let's see. I got miscellaneous taps in here. There's not much in here, just like a kind of a grab and go set, but I took out a lot of stuff in here to put in a different box. Another junk tap. This is a really good tool. I recommend getting one of these. I actually didn't. I used to use taps to get and dies to clean up threads, but thread chasing, man, these are nice. So you just basically find what you need and you run this in there and it cleans up all the threads. So man, could I have used this a few years ago, but it's nice to have that. And then I have a good tap and die set here, and then some scissors. Here's an old brake tool for drum brakes, getting the springs and stuff off. Hammer drawer and other weird stuff. Got some specific brushes for cleaning things. Some BFHs in here. Looks like a 2.5 pounder. Some pipe cutters. Some kind of weird tire iron. Trim saw for pruning bushes. Hacksaw. Dead blow hammer. Chip hammer for welding. So that's this box. This one, oh, put away your cool tools. If you don't put them away, then you can't find them again. This box is what I work out of most of the time, just because I can roll it to where I need to go. But yeah, so I got, you know, impact metric, small stuff here, 1/2 inch metric, deep, short, SAE, deep, short, 3/8, deep, short, SAE, going all the way up to 1.25 inch. Here, miscellaneous adapters to go to different sizes. Deep and shallow, both SAE and metric quarter drive. I got some wobble extensions. These are really handy to have. They're not that expensive, so I got 3/8 half, and those are good. I have a little swivel guy quarter. I use these little guys a lot, and then I have the bigger 3/8 swivel ratchet. These are made by Tecton. You can get the snap-on ones. It's basically a copy of a snap-on. The snap-on's probably better because it's longer and the handle is a little bit beefier than this. I feel like this is a handle for children. I don't know what thinking, or pardon me, I don't know what they were thinking making this, but I didn't want to spend like $100 on a ratchet unless it was my job to work on stuff. So yeah, so 1/2 inch ratchet there. I enjoy using this Milwaukee ratchet, use this a lot. I have a big punch there, or, you know, I don't know what, this really isn't a pick. I guess you could call it a pick or a punch. This is a nice one. It's got a good sharp point in that. And it's always good to have a nice ratcheting screwdriver. This one's a Williams, which is basically made for snap-on, uses them too, so that's got, you know, bits and stuff in it. Couple tape measures, got a light here in case I need to look at something more closely. And then in this one I have metric Allens, got 2 sets of those, some flare tube wrenches for when I do brake work. And then these are all ratcheting here, except for the big guys, the 22 and 24 standard open end box. Same sort of deal here. Got some flare nut wrenches, and then these are all ratcheting. And again, some, these got the ball end, those Allens, those are nice. This is kind of my 1/2 inch drawer. So I got this set that it's, again, grab and go. I'm on a farm here, so it's nice to just grab something and I can work on stuff. This is, this again, gear wrench, so not super expensive, but I've had this for years. It's been very durable. This is 1/2 inch metric. I have a impact driver. Sometimes it's hard to get certain screws and stuff off. Take this and whack it with a hammer and comes off. Breaker bar kind of deal. Another like swivel type breaker bar, 3/8. Then this one is, I got a couple of impacts Really like this Makita. This one I use quite a bit. I have two because I tend to get lazy and like to have different stuff on each, so that way, I mean, you can never have enough tools, right? So I got some 1/2-inch extensions here. Here's some Allens and Torx. Try to keep stuff as organized as I can. 1/2-inch breaker bar, another 1/2-inch ratchet. This is a driver, a palm driver. You can kind of get in the weird places. It's got a nice ratcheting mechanism on it. 27 through 36 millis. Got a T-handle spinner. This thing is nice when you're taking off a lot of stuff. Deep, metric, and SAE. This is all impact, so I'll show you my go-to power tools in a second, and then some another big one here. I think that's a metric. I like this little set. This is a impact flip socket set. This is a cheap set on eBay, but it's nice, or yeah, eBay or Amazon. I like these because you put this in the middle and then you can flip them depending on which size, lug nut. So I got a lot of vehicles around here. It's nice just to grab that, and then I grab the big impact and I'm basically done. So that's this box, and again, I wheel this one around and it's easy to take it where I need it. On the bottom there, I got a pan that I put miscellaneous junk in. Gloves, I have a glove holder on the side here. I just buy the big boy 9mm Blackie gloves from Harbor Freight when they go on sale or whatever. Those are not the best ones to buy. I use the blue ones just for crappy oil change stuff, and if I'm going to be working a lot on something, I bust out the 9mm because those last a lot longer. But and just aluminum pan to put junk in, or if I'm doing brakes or something, I throw the tools in there. And then I got a big wrench set here, and got my wonderful cheater bar here in case I need some extra power. I throw that pipe on there. So, and then this cabinet, I keep most of my power tools when I do stuff. But at the top there, I got a power probe 3. More feeler gauges. My brake tools are all up here. I have a grease fitting impact device where you put like 3-in-1 oil in it, you smack it and it cleans the grease fittings out. Again, I have a lot of equipment, or something like that tractor. If a grease fitting gets goofy, you use this tool to clean it. That comes in really handy. I guess I can show you real quick about it. Pretty straightforward. So you smack this end with a hammer, this goes in and it basically forces oil into the grease fitting to clean it. So only had to use that a handful of times, but man, it works nice, and it's a lot faster than having to replace grease fittings and stuff. So again, I got some sharpening stones. I buy all my brake stuff in bulk. Just easier that way, and less expensive. Here's a flaring tool, so that does metric and US stuff, bubble flares, double bubble, all that jazz. And then again, I have all the ends for that. And then I got some more brake tools in here. Another Makita little guy. I actually have a couple sets of Makita's drivers. Drill, I have 2 or 3 of these. I like their products. Them in Milwaukee I think are my favorite, but try to keep a little bit everywhere so I don't have to run around as much. I got the little chopper saw, Milwaukee, small Milwaukee drill, and then if you're doing anything, you need to have big boy here. This is their most powerful impact. So I forget what it does in reverse, but I want to say 1,100 pound-feet in reverse. This is not a cheap tool, but man, I don't even use air power anymore. It's a waste of time, honestly. And a couple other Milwaukee batteries in there. So this is kind of like my grab and go stuff is in here. I don't really go in this one as much. Apologize for the light, but I keep all my manuals and stuff in here. Most everything you can find on the internet now, but I do still have manuals. I also have this Milwaukee, sorry about the light there, I figured this Milwaukee grease gun, again, super handy, works really well. But yeah, so that's basically the extent of my primary tools are in this box and that one, and then you saw the stuff in there. So again, shout out to my boy ARod. Check out his channel. I'll put it in the description. And so yeah, so that's my tools, my cool tools. Rocking the Harbor Freight junk boxes. They, you know, save some money. They seem to work pretty good. Litter them full of stickers. So yeah, appreciate all the views. Thanks for watching. Stay safe. Have a great day.